2 clicks.
Four clicks. Nice try, though.
Nice try.
Oh, shit. I don't want this. Welcome back, everybody. We've just started our final 8 in our 10-ball tournament. This final 8 is no longer a double knockout. It is single elimination, racing to 9. First match we've got for you here is Stephen Holem, originally from the Vancouver area, currently residing in Edmonton, versus Gary Nagel, who is from Edmonton, which is 3 hours north of Calgary here. Both great shots. The loser of this match here is guaranteed $210. Oh. I don't know, what are we saying? Plowman, our final 8 is Stephen, Gary, Carlos, Eric, Jerry, and Edwin, Rob, and Joe Spence. Everybody just started. Everybody's on their first rack. For those of you who don't know, we started a twisted 10-ball tournament. We started with 50 players. Entry was $80. We played double knockout, raced to 7 and 6 until 32 players. At 32 players, the players got redraw with new life, new tournament life. So that happened midday yesterday. We continued on the double knockout, racing to 7 and 6 till we got to the top 12. We just went through our first round of top 12. Those B-side matches happened at 11 o'clock this morning. So out in 9 to 12 place was John Corpus, Ben Francis, Mark Vinogradov, and Chase Sear. So those 4 players went out in 9 to 12 spot. Made their entry back plus a little more. They got paid $110. Leaves us with our final 8 that I just mentioned. But it is now a single elimination race to 9. Hi Ray, thanks for tuning in. For those of you who don't know, Ray holds the Four Bears Classic tournament in North Dakota. Fantastically run tournament, great committee, fantastic payouts. Equipment was spot on. So if you guys have a chance to check out that tournament, it is well worth the travel and money. We've heard a lot of great feedback, Larry, so I think we're going to try this one again. Makes it a little more interesting.
Not the loser bracket, it's wide open. Brand new life, single elimination, final 8s.
Thanks, Plumman. Thanks for coming out, supporting us. We do it for the players. You guys are all great. That's a good goal, Larry. I know you've been called worse. And I can say that because you're my buddy. Got messed up because I'm watching Garrett at the table here. Nice break.
So Goodwin's up 1-0 already. Hobbs up 1-0. Carlin's up 1-0.
So the matchups we got going on right now, like I mentioned, Stephen and Gary, obviously. Carlos versus Eric. Carlos is up 1. Edwin is up 1 on Jerry, and Rob is up 1 on Joe Spence. Thanks for the feedback, guys. I think we're going to be doing this tournament again. We may or may not try it on a bar box tournament, but it makes it a little more interesting, a little different. Definitely no gimmies. After this, after the dust settles, after this tournament, I'll open up a discussion, and we'll get some feedback. There's a couple of things I'll tweak just as far as timing and things like that, but otherwise I think it ran pretty smoothly. This final 8 here is a single elimination race to 9. So the losers of these games are guaranteed $210. They will go out in 5th to 8th spot. The remaining 4 will play on.
Joe's off his game.
So 3 more matches at least today. You could have picked that top 8. Hey, Ray, where were you for our players meeting? Could have made some cash.
If we can get everybody to click the share button, share the stream.
Yeah, please share the stream, guys. The more viewers, the better. Yeah, definitely solid top 8. If you were watching earlier for the first round, it was Ben versus Jerry. And Ben, obviously one of the favorites. He just struggled a little bit this morning with his morning pool. Morning pool 1. So Ben got knocked out, which was not predicted. But now he's on his way to chill, hoping to get his money back there. Thanks for sharing, guys. Phoenix, Nashville, thanks for watching. If you're ever in the area, these players, I don't think that there's not one of them that doesn't like to gamble. So if you're interested in some action, we can definitely set something up for you.
For a small 50% commission.
Some Rocky Mountain gambling. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Uh-oh. Football, not your thing this morning, Jay?
Must be commercial break.
Yeah. Packers losing. Then I think he said he's off to the tattoo convention. Football and tattoo Sunday.
And pool, apparently. Did the long hair guy or the short hair guy win the last one? Jerry with the long hair won that last match. It was 6-4. It was 6-4.
Yeah.
And he is now playing Edwin Montel on table 15. Just on the back left, you can just barely see the corner of him there. That back left table. Edmonton players, we are currently watching Gary Nagel. Behind him is Carlos Barbosa. And to the left, on that front left table, where you can't see the players, you just see the corner of the table, is Rob Phillips.
And Jerry Young from North Edmonton.
Oh, and Jerry Young, obviously
and
from...
Stephen, who's living up in Edmonton now.
Yeah, okay, so our field is like over. 70% Edmonton players. This is our top 8 out of 50 original players. We've played double knockout all the way until now. This final 8 is single elimination, racing to 9.
Nice break and run by Steve.
He's taking his time. He's focused this morning.
He was the favorite to win it all to start.
Not much Gary can do when you don't get to the table. 2-0 for Steven. Looks like it's 2-0 for Carlos. Still 1-0 for Edwin and Jerry. And it looks like 2-0 for Rob over Joe.
Keeps rattling the balls in the corner.
Hi, Bevy. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks, Lane. Bonnie Plowman won.
Yeah, Red Deer, they had, Val was on earlier, she said she had 38 girls show up. It was a handicap tournament. Everybody was assigned a number, something similar to the Wild Rose. Races were determined according to your handicap. It sounds like Bonnie Plowman got first. Land came in second. Land came in second, and Marcia third, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a good turnout anyways. Always nice to be in a room with those girls. Lots of pool to be had. I don't think those players didn't get home until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Rob Phillips is currently playing Joe Spence. The score is 2-0 for Rob.
Thanks, Bev. All right, we got the tournament results. I think. Well,
It's too small. I can't see it.
Bonnie, Lan, Marcia, were your top 3.
So this is our Hidden Spot Twisted 10-ball tournament. If you guys missed it, we started with originally 50 players at $80 a pop to enter. Nice and cheap. We played double elimination, racing to 7 and 6 to 32 players. Once we reached 32 players, we did a redraw where players got new tournament life. We played, continued the double knockout, racing to 7 and 6 till we got to our final 8. So this morning we played our first round of the B-side. 4 players went home, which was Ben Francis, Chase Sear, Mark Vinogradov, and John Corpus. They went out in 9 to 12 spot for $110. Got their money back plus a little extra, which leaves us with this final 8. And this final 8 is single elimination, racing to 9.
phone call. Interrupt the shooting.
Hi, Ashley. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to chat us up.
Like those ESPN announcers, we actually answer you. And chat back and
Sometimes.
forth. Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's something sparkly in the corner of the room that
Yeah.
get a little distracted. It's a nice safety by Gary. Looks like there's maybe an inch of separation behind that 9 ball and the cue ball. If you were listening, Mark, I just went over that, but now the score is 3-0 for Rob Phillips over Joe. Mark, you're in church. Give me a break. You'd go up in flames as soon as you set foot in that place.
Rock and roll church beside us. Come say hi.
Mark the map attack. So the top 8, Paul, just listing it down from top to bottom. Joe versus Rob, Carlos versus Eric, Edwin versus Jerry, Steven versus Gary. So the winners of Joe and Rob will face off the winners of Carlos and Eric. Edwin and Jerry will face off the winners of Steven and Gary. Thanks for checking in, Jim. I'm sure there's a few players actually from the tournament that are at Chill now. So I know Jay Shinnok and Roger Colbert are headed to Chill. See if they can win some of their money back from that. Ben is also on their way down there. Plus a lot of the players that were out yesterday. So should be a good turnout today. Good luck to you. Shoot well. Is that it? Is it a phone? Chill Billiards is on the south side of the city. We are deep northeast.
Joey hit his 9-ball today down there.
Yeah, that's not happening, Paul. Unfortunately. But any of these matchups are going to be outstanding, I think.
Steven and Edwin are on the same side of the draw, I think. So.
Yeah, they are. That's why I just ran through that with them.
Be a good match if they line up and play. See what's happening down here is Edwin's match at that back table there now. That's Jerry at the table shooting.
So while Steven is racking here, we'll just go over the scores. It's 3-0 for Carlos over Eric, just behind us here. 3-0 for Carlos over Eric. It is 3-1 for Rob over Joe. And it's 2-1, I believe it's Edwin over Jerry back there.
Well, Steven's taking something off his break. Well, break time.
Gary's going to have a quick break while it's his shot at the table. We'll just zoom in a little bit here, try and get you Carlos and Eric. It's currently 3-0 for Carlos.
Or we can do a room tour. So, while we're taking a break, I'll just swing the camera around, show you what the place looks like. We're on the second floor. Down below we got 8 7-foot diamonds down there. 2 9-foots down here. Below us. Seating area in the bar down there. A couple 7-foot diamonds at the back there. And they're taking a break there too, so.
Steven is at 3 Earths. Oh, I'll just get Ryan to update that here.
What's that?
Steven's at 3. No, wrong one.
No.
Steven's at 3.
Oh, I'm putting Gary at 4.
Oh.
He's paying me.
I think he touched a nerve, Earths. Ryan's being defiant.
Yes.
There you go, all fixed. Ryan's sleeping at the wheel here. Cameo, this is not, this is kind of a twisted 10-ball event. For those of you who missed it, we started with 50 players at $80 entry. We played double knockout, racing to 7 and 6 to 32 players. At 32 players, we did a redraw where the players got new tournament life. Continued the double knockout, racing to 7 and 6, till we got to our final 8. At 8, we were doing a single elimination, racing to 9. So currently in the room here, we have our final 8. Losers here are guaranteed 5 to 8 spot, and they'll be taking home $210 for their $80 entry. Go back to the Steven match.
What's that?
Go back to the Steven match.
Oh.
Gary just got back to the table here, so we'll go back to this Steven and Gary match. Gary gives Steven ball in hand, which is always dangerous.
Let's see, 5, 8, 9 coming soon after a couple balls here. Combo. Center of the table, play that 3 on that opposite side.
Chills, we're missing you at our tournaments. Where have you been? For those of you who don't know, these tables here are Dufferin Titan tables, 9 foots. We've just recently had them redone. New cloth, new rails, shimmed pockets. These pockets are playing tighter than the diamonds.
I have a picture I'll post on the page.
The pockets are deep. Deep and narrow. So all weekend we've been watching these amazing players not take typical shots because these pockets play so tight. A lot of rattles. These pockets are spitting a lot of balls out. It is 2-2 for Jerry versus Edwin. Still 3-1 for Rob over Joe. What's Eric's score down there? Can you see?
They got it turned again a little bit.
I believe it's still 3-0 for Carlos over Eric. Steven missed that 5 ball running it down the rail. It's kind of bobbled out. Gary just needs to capitalize on Steven's mistake here so he can get on the board. Like that, Gary's on the board. 3-1 for Steven. It is 4-1 for Carlos over Eric. Just on that back table there. Still 2-2 Edwin and Jerry. And still 4-1 for Rob over Joe. Gary opted for the push. Pretty safe. I think that 9 ball is pretty big. It's a great hit and great safety. It's a very strong final 8, Costas. I don't know if you missed it or not. We did B-side round this morning. So out in 9 to 12 spot was Ben Francis, Chase Sear, Mark Vinogradov, and John Corpus. We do not have any one pocket here, Todd. One pocket is not something that is played very often here. I very rarely hear about it. The players may play it just to try it out, but that's not something that we...
And you'll see how they rattle like on this shot here.
Yeah, these pockets tend to spit a lot of shots out. So yeah, no 9 ball, 10 ball, 8 ball on the box is pretty much all we play here. But we're pretty blessed with a very strong pool scene here in Calgary. A lot of great players in Alberta in general. As you see here with our final 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of our field here is Edmonton players. 5 if you count Stephen, who's kind of in between, but currently staying in Edmonton. So a lot of really great shots here.
Safe. Stephen might have an edge of that one ball.
It's a good hit.
He's getting all the way back down to that bottom rail. It's like a snooker. Even long and tough.
Yes, Stephen is originally a BC boy, but he's testing his waters here out east. Well, not out east, easter than BC.
Why do you go up to Edmonton? Barry's house full or what?
Bye.
No, I think he's making new friends up in Edmonton, let's just say.
Nobody left to play him here in town.
Well, I think he's just looking for fresh money. These guys are always looking for action if you guys are interested. If you ever travel up to the Rocky Mountains, these guys are open for pretty much almost anything. Anything and everything goes here. Big sets, little sets. These guys just love to play. Just to update, Carlos is up over Eric 5-1. He's kind of running with it. It's on a good run, obviously. Rob is up over Joe 5-2. And Edwin is up 3-2 over Jerry. Yeah, the one pocket thing just has not caught on here in Calgary.
I love watching it.
But yeah, who's to say it won't? Don't see a lot of problems here for Steven. Seems pretty focused. Just got to get back for that 4-ball. Something like that. It's a good stroke. Is this yours? Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you for
No problem. I was the last one to leave. It was left on the table.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, good. I'm glad you found it.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. It's a nice shot. Pretty much perfect on that 6-ball.
A car and, go all the way to the river. Yeah. I think cool tournament. Well, maybe you should do this.
Just a little bit of draw. It's pretty much tic-tac-toe from here.
Well, happened. Didn't pay their cable bill.
He looks focused. Steven looks focused. He's in it to win it. He's got his game face on. Gary gave him that 10 ball, so it's now 4-1 for Steven.
These corners, I don't know, I could give anybody that little length a shot.
Well, tournament, single knockout. For some of these guys, it's the first match of the day. Eric's at 2 now, so it's 5-2 for Carlos over Eric. Same score, 5-2 for Rob over Joe. 3-2 for Edwin over Jerry. Oh, that 6 ball just hangs on the corner of the pocket there. I think if Steven breathes on that, that falls in. Calls the 5 ball on the side. Momentarily, okay? Can I come downstairs? You just came upstairs. Why would I want to go downstairs?
If looks could kill people, yeah.
I don't think that was a look. I think that's just my face now. Got permanent dagger eyes. Jerry ties it up in the back corner there. It's 3-3, Jerry and Edwin. Makes it 5 for Steven. Gary's just having some problems finishing the rack. We've all been there. Oh, geez. Leaves that 10 ball pretty much hanging over the corner pocket there. But Steven does not have a shot on the 1 here, so... we'll see what he does here. That 210 looks pretty juicy for Gary if he can get back to the table. Gary calls the 10 ball. He just kind of got up and swung at that. I don't know, maybe if he's already given up in his head. Still lots of games to go, though. Racing to 9. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Albert. Just kind of just got down and swung at that. Didn't really take much time to look at it. Gives Steven a pretty easy out here. .210, just like that. 6-1 for Steven. Taylor at the table with the headphones in, with the earbuds in, is Stephen Holem, originally from the Vancouver area. He's got some close friends out here in Calgary, so he's kind of made a temporary move and drifting in between Calgary and Edmonton to see if he can make some money out here. Capitalize on our pool scene. It's Gary Nagel from the Edmonton area that's in the ball cap.
They're just comparing insulin notes in the bathroom. Take the same insulins. Joanne was playing around with the breaker panel and killed all the TVs.
Oh, should turn the music up too. So Joe's making a rally of it. It's now 5-4 for Rob.
6-2.
I think Joe was down 5-1. So he's trying to make a comeback here. And if anybody can do it, Joe Spence can do it. 4-3 for Edwin over Jerry. And 6-2 for Carlos over Eric. Steven is an amazing shot. I mean, both of these players are great shooters individually. Gary shoots very fast and very firm. I'm surprised that this race isn't a little bit closer. But Steven has great credentials. He's won many tournaments locally and in the surrounding states. They haven't gone too far south, but I know that they've gone to Spokane as of recently. Where else?
Stevens represented Canada in the Chinese 8-ball over in China.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to mention that. Stephen's been to China a couple times for the Chinese 8-ball. Plays a lot of Chinese 8-ball in the Vancouver area. I think he's won quite a few qualifiers actually in Vancouver to get himself over to China.
Yeah.
So
Paul Pachi just won the latest qualifier. Joy 8-ball out in Vancouver.
Afraid Daryl's bringing me a coffee.
You'll have to pour it in one of their cups.
Huh?
You'll have to pour it in one of their cups. That's because they don't notice I got it hidden.
it does seem like Steven's playing a little bit slow, but single elimination. Can't afford any mistakes, especially against this bracket of players. He's got his game face on. He looks super focused. He's not making many mistakes.
He might be, well, a little more angled now. This game dead straight.
Yeah, I think he's still all right,
Yeah,
though.
you can cheat that pocket a little bit. Those side pockets are 5 1/4. Like I said, the opening on those. And Mike did them.
It's good, just leaves himself a little bit of ankle to get back for that 8-ball. Eric got one more over there, so it's 6-3 for Carlos.
If he's got the angle there, just almost a stop ball for that 10 on the side.
Gary gives him that 10-ball too. Gary's going to try and make something happen here before it gets too late.
Gary hurries up,
It's-
he can get in the chill 9-ball.
Do you recall how old Steven is? I think Steven is
20,
early 20s, 21, 22.
Yeah, somewhere around
And
there.
I don't believe he's working, so he's at work right now. He's making sure on every shot, not rushing.
Pool is his full-time job.
Gary, thanks for tuning in. How was your vacation? Gary had a vacation to Italy. That's why he couldn't make it for this tournament.
Nice.
But I think Italy is a much better payoff. And we're no slouches, but you probably have better company over there with your wife, too.
Yep.
Hope you're having a great time anyhow. Steven is cool and probably one of the nicest guys in the pool scene. Super fun, very humble,
Really easy going, yeah.
very down to earth.
to 4 shots, seeing where he wants to be.
Thanks, David. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It may seem like Gary's impatient, but he is typically a very quick shot to begin with, even when he's not in a hurry and running people over. So, but I have to admit, he does seem a little defeated already.
Quite a few people see the Drew Stephen, they're feeling defeated before they start to play.
Yeah, Stephen is a very tough match to overcome. He's one of those guys that you have to mentally strengthen yourself, like just to get over that hump.
You got to be on your game on all aspects.
Yeah, because he will take your mistakes and crush your dreams.
He's got more experience playing on these tight pockets because of that Chinese 8-ball than
Yeah,
these guys.
he is very experienced.
Stephen plays some snooker as well.
Looks like it is now 4-4 Edwin and Jerry in that back left corner.
For Carlos. I don't know if that's changed at all since we announced it.
Yes, you know what? I really can't say enough good things about Steven. For a young guy with as much pool experience as he's got, he just seems to have a natural talent for it, and naturally he's just one of the nicest guys. So it's hard not to root for Steven. But these guys are all great shots. This room is fantastic. There's so much great pool to watch today, you guys.
Thanks for tuning in, Marianne. I'll see you next month out in Nanaimo.
Yeah, you're right, Marianne. I mean, Steven seems very focused. He's just making sure on every shot. He's been pretty pumped all weekend. He's just chomping at the bit to get to the table. And like I said, he's very young. Just recently made a move to temporarily play out here in Alberta. And I don't think he's working, so a pool paycheck is better than no paycheck. I think he'll be home soon enough, Urs. I don't think he can stay away too long.
Justin Bieber bullshit. Desperado.
Oh, they turned it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Joe Spence is going to take a quick break here. He just let Rob back to the table. I didn't see what happened, but he doesn't seem happy about it. It is now 6-4, I believe, for Rob. Joe is really trying to tie it up there, make it 5-5.
he's going. I can see him breaking and running this to win.
Yeah, 8-1 for Stevens. So Stevens on the hill.
Cool. Thanks. You can turn it up just a touch if you want. It's just too bad because all the speakers are right up here, right? So. We can ask Ursula there that just commented, that's Steven's mom. When did Steven start playing? Okay, there you go, everybody. Steven started when he was 5 and won his first men's handicap 8-ball in North Vancouver at the age of 5. That 4-ball must pass the 7. Hey Bonnie, congratulations on winning last night or early this morning up in Red Deer. Yes, I know he's got a couple uncles that play as well. A lot of his relatives very strong pool players. There you got it. Stephen with the win. Do our best to zoom in on one of the other tables here.
That one's almost over. Maybe too well from Joe. Oh, it doesn't matter. There's Eric with the I think that's looking 8-3 for Carlos over there with Carlos racking here. We have your fan club online here. I've got Stephen Halem.
Wait, is my mom there? Hey, Mom.
She is here. Just telling everybody how you're crushing dreams.
Oh my God, stop.
Somebody asked what age you started playing at.
5. Can I use your napkin? You done with your napkin? I'm sweating here. It was hot. Thanks, Uncle.
Lights are hot. Good focus though. Got your game face on today.
That was that was the best I've ever focused like this tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, look good out there.
That's like trying to take everything pretty for serious.
Yeah, you know, we were taking your time. Everything was deliberate.
Every shot.
Super executed.
Even those easy shots. He was probably getting choked, right?
He gave up once he probably hit 5. He had pretty much admitted defeat.
Thanks, Benji. Hey, handsome. Hey, brother. Yeah, he's not one of those really take your time players.
No, I mean, I was saying on the stream too that normally, even when he's shooting well, he shoots fast. He's very confident. He's deliberate.
Running.
But he just couldn't get things to work on your table.
Couple of balls early. Not really.
Joe was making a good rally here. Almost had a chance to make it 5-5, and he missed a shot. So Joe's making
Another comeback.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
6-4 for Rob over Joe. And it looks like 8-3 for Carlos over Eric. So Carlos is on the hill. And it looks like Jerry got up on Edwin. It is 5-4 for Jerry for the first time.
Did you watch any of my match, Silas? Probably not, eh? Probably just playing games, eh? Yo, what up, Cody? Thanks, Sean. Trying to take my time. A little more. Johnny, come on. Keep it down. Keep it down. I really hope so too. Thanks, Rhonda. Did you watch? Did you watch that match? Sick.
Everybody was watching. We had like a steady 100+ people.
Really?
Yeah. You're a hot commodity.
Serious?
Yeah.
Over 100 people?
Over 100 people steady.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Well, I'm glad I could play like that first match of the day on stream.
Yeah. Did you even practice? Did you even hit any balls?
No,
You're gross.
I just woke up into that.
Disgusting.
I
I just woke up into this too.
had to save my energy. No, I had to save my energy. Used up a lot of energy there. Oh yeah, you're funny, Johnny. Johnny, that ain't funny. What you doing today, Johnny? You going to play H2O? I'm not too sure, Rhonda. I think I have a game going on at Bighorn or Metro. I'm not too sure if I could make it. Like, it'd be nice. Watch you guys whoop butt. Well, what time does H2O start? 7:30. You can still go to H2O later. I don't know, maybe in like an hour or less.
I think it will be less. Maybe half an hour. What time is it now?
Hopefully, I just
Let's
gotta
say probably 2:30. Next round 2:30. Let's just make it a nice even time.
Whereabouts did you, what location, like northeast, northwest, or whatever? Where, Johnny? He probably doesn't want to be friends anymore, eh?
Gary.
Yeah.
He's pretty choked.
Yeah, I could tell, like,
Gary.
he hates that.
Well, and I mean, I obviously.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason, grab a seat with us. Don't sit over there alone. Crazy.
Hi.
Little Jason Young sitting with us here. Jerry's boy. See you,
Hi,
Jason.
Jerry's boy.
See you again,
I'm
bud.
Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You should see when he's got the hat and everything on. And just
Are you like a little baby mini Jerry?
Yeah, exactly, right? Everybody calls him Mini Jerry.
Play pool like your dad?
Huh?
You play as good as your dad?
No, but I am gonna play pool.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Takes lots of practice, right?
Cause I already got like 2 pool sticks.
Yeah.
Holy, that's almost more than
Bring
me.
your fidget spinners?
Huh? No, I don't got my fidget spinners.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. You'll be right by the new pool hall then, eh, Johnny?
That wheel one got stolen at my school.
Are you serious? The one you
Yeah.
could wheel on the ground? Oh.
and the other one that can wheel on the ground, I lost all the press to it. But the cool one that can roll. I got a brand new one. Now the Captain America one that can spin.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's in the old package of the one that used to roll on the one.
Did you buy it with your own money? Or who got it for you? Your mom?
Well, I got.
Hello.
I think I got.
Okay.
Good to see you.
You too as well.
Your mom's too.
Good. Just starting to play pool again. Take a lot of the summer off since Vegas. Starting to play more. Pretty stoked tonight. Jerry hooked us up with some meat. And,
Oh, did we?
get some special supper going.
Yeah, it's really lean. Yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too sure what the score is, but I gotta play the winner of your dad's match. Which is kind of sketch and trying not to think about it.
So Rob Phillips is up over Joe 8-4. Rob's on the hill. Jerry is still up one on Edwin 5-4.
Close games.
And 8-4 also for Carlos over Eric.
What up, Gary? I see you're watching. Gary the Hawk Hoke.
Yeah, he's watching from Italy.
Really?
He's on vacay.
Oh, yeah, that's why he couldn't make it, right?
Yeah.
Italy.
Rough.
Yeah, you got it
Sounds-
tough. You got it
sounds
really
rough.
tough over there, Gary.
Entry fee was probably a little more expensive over there. than Italy,
That is true.
Are you jamming? You jamming?
no, I just like units. It's all for that one meme.
Ooh.
That one meme?
Yeah. Watching that one meme. Like I was like watching that one
You got that move down.
Yeah.
It looks like I would throw out my back.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
This is what your dad's trying to win.
Hope he wins it so I can get a ginormous toy at Toys R Us here.
Yeah, me too, right?
Get you a couple hundred fidget spinners.
That's right.
So, Jerry actually
Easy.
is Edwin Mortal.
Monto.
And Mama.
Monto.
So, my dad is in 5th and 8th. If he wins this, he's gonna go into 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
Just
Third and
just
He's
finishing
gonna go
the
into first place.
first round of
versus
the
somebody.
final eight.
Second, yeah.
So Steven just
He's
beat
good.
Gary Nagel and Carlos.
Did you see that, Gary? Did you watch some of that match? Thanks, Gary.
Joe is down. He's playing Rob Phillips. Rob Phillips is on the hill 8-4. And Edwin is down 1-4 to Jerry.
If you have enough, like, half an hour, you can go to Spirit Halloween, just go through there, and then they like sell like some fidget spinners.
That's Spirit Halloween?
They're not like good fidget spinners, but they do help you. They're like,
They're still good, eh?
yeah, they're still good. Cause there's cause I saw blue. I saw blue in the two there.
Blue's like my new favorite color, I think.
Okay.
Went from red to
Call
blue.
me when we're done. I'm
Used
just
to
trying
be
to get
green.
the
What's your
envelopes
favorite
already
color?
here 'cause I got people getting my notes.
Blue and red.
Nice. Same. Found it.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh.
Damn it, now I lost count.
On the phone? Is that Grant? What's he doing?
I'm gonna try and live a hard life. Cause I'm
Just
gonna be
like
a
start
boxer.
spitting numbers?
Yeah, he just calls me to say, hey, what you doing? What's going on? Busy.
Be sick to have all that dough, eh? Just take it all home.
I buy a whole lot of ice cream as well.
I was gonna say like candy, ice cream, or like, you know.
Candy and ice cream, that's where it's
If I
at.
had that much money, I'd probably go, cause that
What
is
about
enough
those
money.
shoes? Do you have those shoes that light up still?
Well, yeah, I do have them, but
The ones your dad bought you in Vegas.
yeah, I still have those.
Those
They're
are
nice.
sick.
I got Heelys here too, but I don't really wear them. The only shoes that I got that I like though are Nikes, and
I can't give you money, but I can give you a chocolate bar.
Yay.
Which one do you want?
A chocolate bar for you.
Oh, coffee crisps. A man after my own heart. He knows where it's at.
Good stuff. Just such good stuff. Win? Oh my god.
So
Edmonton's got us
Carlos
so far.
wins 9-4 over Eric Vargas.
What's gonna happen? I'm gonna be the lone wolf for Calgary here, maybe.
I don't know. Everybody online's calling you Edmonton now because that's where you've been.
Oh, Edmonton's taking over. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Somebody said I'm gonna be a hybrid as like a red deer, qualified as a red deer.
Maybe.
In the middle.
And it looks like Rob just closed Joe 9-4.
It's about time I hit some practice balls. Back on the practice table.
Quit.
You don't quit.
Give me my money. Vino wants.
Excuse me, buddy.
Hey guys, we're gonna kill the stream here now, and we'll restart it when the next matches are up.